Hello, everybody. I'm just gonna go at this. I had a fantastic Misfortune game as gameplay for right now. Uh, so I'm just gonna go right at it for this video. But I'm so excited about Black Ops 1 and 2 ports. I think it's gonna be a fantastic time coming up, and yeah, it will change. Things will be really fun. Um, and this got me kind of thinking about the ports because obviously they're gonna make the games actually be PS4 and PS5 server, not on PS3 servers, which is absolutely amazing because nobody wants to play with stupid hackers and modders ruin the game. Like on my PS3, I played Black Ops 1 for a little bit, and some guy just came on and just crashed my PS3, and that's no fun. So this got me thinking about like server wise, like how I prefer some ways first party servers over third party, and some things that I like third parties over first party servers. Now I'll be real, if let's say Call of Duty or Activision decides to pull the plug on Call of Duty servers forever. So there's like a law where if the first party servers are running, no, there can't be any other servers also running the game at all. Like you can't have like World at War. You make your own World at War server go live when there's already Activision's World at War because they own it. They own the main server. But one of these days they will pull the plug on that, and and everybody wants to probably get their hands on that because there's probably a lot of things you can change about those games, like modifying the on the server side of things, and that will be really insane. But I have some concerns about that, so here are my reasons why I find that some things that I like about third party servers over first party servers and so on. I'm not going on a script here. I'm just going by what I'm thinking. So obviously, what I just said is that third-party servers they can modify things like they can add additional things. They can modify like stats on guns and such, and so on. That'd be very cool. That they can probably do that. Like nerf the MP40 and such. That'd be very awesome to see. Because like Treyarch can probably Treyarch probably could nerf the MP40 when it was live. When they still can probably get in there, change the code on it. But the thing is that like for Call of Duty, usually it's like a year or two of support, and then they abandon the project and they go to the next thing. That's how it really goes. I think Black Ops 2 was supported for like 3 years because a different developer took over. So yeah, Treyarch supported Black Ops 2 for a while, made sure that the hackers were in check. But once Black Ops 3 came out, they obviously it's not their fault. They probably would support the game still, but Activision probably does not want them supporting old game. So yeah, um, but my other reasons, of course, like anti-cheat that the third-party servers can have, like way better anti-cheat than what Activision, Treyarch, Infinity Ward have. Um, like PS Rewired, the guy there has anti-cheat for Socom, and it detects it. The anti-cheat detects like who's cheating, and it goes to his like his process, and then he could just ban the cheater for like a couple days, and so on. Like if they turbo or something, that'd be neat. And third-party developers have really nice game masters, like moderators and such. Like they can do like more double experience weekends and so on. That'd be fun. That would be fun to have. And also they can add in like stuff. Like they can add in more options. Like MGO2 online, they added way more content than the original developers made for the game. Yep. So yeah, I think there's a lot of pros on that aspect of what third parties do well. And but now I'm gonna go to like what the cons are for third party, and I had a problem with this. So whitelisting. So Uncharted 2, 3, Last for I never played Last for Us online at its like on launch. I actually never played that game, which is I guess you could say criminal, but whatever. Um, yeah, on they I guess when they went live on that game, they got hackers and cheaters just ruined the experience. So to counteract this problem, they implemented whitelisting, where you can't even get into the server unless you get approved. And I tried to get approved, and they didn't technically say, oh, I wasn't accepted. They didn't say that, but they were asking like me personal questions like, oh, what was my Facebook? What's my like stuff that like they asked me like my Call of Duty stats and such. It's like I haven't really played much PS3 once the PS4 came out, and by the time I got my PS4, I got my first computer, like my first ever computer from college, $50, and all I did was just put a graphics card in it, and I played that ever since. So obviously, I stopped playing my PS4, PS3 for a while, because why would I do that when you get a computer? Once you get your first computer, so much better than a console for sure. And plus, I love playing League of Legends. So I explained that like they asked me, oh, you haven't used your PS3 or PS4 this account in like a long time. Why is that? And I had enough. It was going on for like a week, a week or and a half, and I'm like, well, why should I go through all this trouble just playing a 15-year-old game, Uncharted 3? I actually played Uncharted 3. It's like one of those things where you play Uncharted 3, or like you heard about the server being back online that you haven't played since like 2013, 14, and you're really excited to play, but you have to get whitelisted, and you haven't even like your PS4, PS3 has dust on it, hasn't been used in a while, and it's like you're treated like a criminal when I'm obviously more of a PC gamer nowadays than a console gamer. So that's one of the cons I hate. I really hate about it, but you know what? It's their server. They can do whatever they want with it. I disagree with it because I understand that they want no hackers on or modders on the game, but they should at least have a moderator team that actually bans the players or like blacklists them out of the server. Then they can go through this tedious process for a very old game that players want to play, but then they can't, and they're treated like a criminal. So I really hate that, and that goes to my next topic. Is sometimes the moderating team can have too much power, or just it takes advantage of things like WinFi. For Mario Wii, there was a problem with WinFi where these moderators just uses their power against like they they don't want to hear the community's concerns, and then if you talk about specific problems, oh, they just straight up ban you, or yeah, they just straight up ban you, or for like a month. Sorry about that. My headphones just turned off randomly. Yeah, they just straight up ban you because they don't want to talk about it, and that's one issue. Also, another issue about it is that it's like we really we want to play these old games. And of course, they could just say, "Oh, just go start your own new server, or go play another server that supports it." But that kind of divides the communities up a lot, and we don't want that either. There has to be like a middle ground about these third-party servers, but no, if you can't do it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. Like I'm pretty sure they're really hardworking people. They're not getting paid. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they have a Patreon that if you want to donate for their hard work, I'm pretty sure that they have that, but they're not asking for money. They just do this on their free time because they're a bunch of coders, developers, and that's great for them. But I feel like it's really unnecessary that they make you go through a process of just trying to get on, play like a handful of matches or maybe 10 matches max and be like, oh, cool, this was so cool. I was so because I remember playing this game when I was like 13 and now I'm 29 and so on. And then you just play something else. Like for me, if I got onto Uncharted, I would probably play like maybe 5 matches, maybe 10 at max, and then just say, "Oh, that was fun," and then just be done. But clearly that won't never happen, so that's all right. Um, I think the servers that kind of do it right is definitely Resident Evil Outbreak, the servers for Biohazard. The third party, like they don't care. They actually genuinely don't care about if they, as long as everybody agrees, like, oh yeah, you can hack or you can mod the game. They don't really they don't give a crap as long as everybody agrees to do it. Only thing they care about is if you turbo, you might get banned. I think that's the only thing. But even then, if you want a turbo, if everybody agrees you can do that, then I think they allow that, but don't quote me on it. But yeah, so I just want to conclude that I'm actually happy that this Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are getting ported, and they're gonna get new servers. And so that let's say in the future Activision decides to like turn off the servers for COD 4 to I think Black Ops 2. I never played Ghost, but yeah, Ghost 2. If they turn off the PS3, Xbox 360 servers, because I find that one day they will do that, and developers or servers, studios are gonna definitely get those back up and running, and then they're gonna do the stupid thing for like Uncharted. The players that or the guys at Uncharted do it so that it's whitelisted and it's gonna be stupidly hard to get on, a tedious process. So, and I absolutely despise that. Like you spend your hard-earned money to play these games, and I understand that they want to prevent hackers, but they can always have a moderating team like support that or have anti-cheat implemented. So yeah, one day will happen, and once the third-party servers come up, you might not even be able to play the game because they whitelist, and you have to go through this tedious process of getting onto the list, and you might not even be able to play it because you get disapproved because they think you're a cheater when you want to get on, just play, experience the game, and then you can't. That's why I'm kind of pro port on this. The only way you can get rid of banned from first party servers is just especially like Call of Duty, it's just basically cheating back then. I mean, you can get banned for like harassment, like you can harass players or slurs, but it was really a lot more rare. So I'm pro this, that's why I'm excited about this, and I really hope Xbox One and Xbox Series X gets their own servers up and running as well, so that those players are not forced to play the thing or play at X with Xbox 360 players anymore. So this is probably I'm just gonna conclude this video. Um, I'm just gonna kind of jump ahead here and play this out because this was a really good game that I had. So, never mind, whatever. So, anyways, I hope everybody has a good night and have a great weekend. I'll talk to y'all soon. All right, thanks. Bye.